So if you want to be a national champion, that's where you go to. So this is actually the entry level to qualify to go to this prestigious race at the end of July, beginning of August. No, no, I don't know exactly how it came about. And I guess somebody knew somebody, but she actually, when she was alive, God bless her, that she would actually come out to the races and say hi to everybody and thank them for coming out and supporting the ranch. And yeah, so really cool stuff.
When I was there, she sang.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she.
Yep, at the race. Wow. Maybe you can sing. I can sing. I don't know if anybody wants to hear. How's your chops?
Hey, you never know till you go, bro.
You might have some talents that you were not aware of. Well,
Yeah, so like right now, this class we just watched was the 4 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, and then 4 to 8 limited. So it's actually a combined practice, but those are a lot of the age groups that we have. And a lot of the times, like the bottom last practice, Mini E Open, which is the small little electric bikes, the 50cc 4 to 6 shaft drive is a Yamaha brand. It's called a PW50, the most iconic motorcycle ever built. They started it, the first production was 1981. It's the same motorcycle since 1981. Different colors, different plastics. And just because they built this bike, it's got mag wheels instead of spokes. It has a drive shaft instead of a chain. Okay, it's got separate oil and separate gas, so if a kid forgets to mix the gas, it won't seize up the motor. Then it also has governors on it where you can regulate the speed. It's got a washer in the exhaust pipe that you take out the first thing. Then it actually has a governor on the throttle. And as the kid develops, then you increase the speeds. But yeah, every famous motocrosser, which you're not familiar with, and which Ian and I know that everybody that's anybody started off on one of these bikes.
Well, I guess if it works, it works.
Yes.
Why mess with it?
No, they don't.
So, Ian actually got me on an electric bike one time out here, and it was fun. And actually, my grandson got real interested, and he's 7, just turned 8. And Ian has invited him to come out and take some lessons and get on. I'm trying to convince Grandma to be okay with it. But yeah, I think that's something we're gonna get. 44 years. So, but this is great, seeing all this, and yeah, it makes sense coming around learning the track. That's a lot of. There's a lot of uncertainty. You don't know what's coming around the corner.
And what's cool about this track, it's all natural terrain. A lot of places, they start off with flat ground, then they build a track. Well, this is all natural terrain. This is basically, they opened this up, I think, in 1998, and I was here announcing for like 14 years. And this is basically the same kind of layout track as it was back then. It's just the dirt's fantastic. He's got a great crew out here. His whole team works together. They put on a fantastic program. What's also cool about this place, it's just not a motocross track. They have so much more activities going on here. They got RC cars. They got go-karts. If you're a beginner rider, if you want to learn how to ride, they have all the tools to help you to achieve that goal.
Yeah, that's the thing is that even since the time that I've come out and visited on and off, I've seen some of the changes and updates, and I see new stuff every time I come. And yeah, it really seems like a thing like the whole family could come out and experience something. And that's
it is,
yeah, that's a cool
it is definitely, you brought that up, it's definitely a family sport. And what's so cool about this thing, whether they do it 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, or like Ian and I, we're infected and we have the disease and it's not going away. So we're stuck like Chuck. But anyways, it's a great tool and foundation that I think they can use for their dynamics later in life because it gives you structure.
It's funny you say that because I was thinking that just as I, he's driving me up over here and I'm watching and they're riding, they're jumping, they're good. And I'm thinking that the discipline, one, it takes to focus on what you're doing there, but two, just kind of the physical fitness involved and all that. And I'm seeing the little kids and I'm thinking, what a great way to get some great habits. Like you said, even if you didn't stay with it forever, the stuff they're learning, that's going to help them forever. Just the drive to win.
Yes.
And all those internal things. Yeah, that's amazing. It's great. It's just so fun watching these guys fly through the air.
And the thing is, when you're out here riding a motorcycle, Roman, you can't think about what you were supposed to do yesterday, what you're supposed to do today, what you're supposed to do tomorrow. If you're not 100% concentrated, you're going to be on the dirt. So basically, it's a mental cleansing. Also, it is the world's most physically demanding sport, period.
Really?
Yes, more than soccer. Rugby soccer is the next level where they run for 45 minutes. They are wrestling with a 230-pound machine for 15 to 20 minutes, jumping, manhandling, doing this. You use muscles that you didn't know your body had.
There's a lot of muscles I have that I don't know my body has. I'm sure, but that's so interesting. But I guess I can see it now that I'm looking at it, because especially seeing these guys flying through the air, and
Yeah, I mean, the physical conditioning, the mental conditioning, it's
there's no cruise control on these.
not if you want to win.
Not even to live.
Yeah, great. Ian said, yeah, there's cruise control for throttle sticks, and hopefully that doesn't happen because that could get ugly.
You guys are live on YouTube, so we'll get all your audio off of the mics.
Live on YouTube.
All right. So
Hello, YouTube listeners.
Share it to your socials and all that stuff.
The technology, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
But all it is the finish line. We don't have people around. We don't have drones or anything like that. But now we also have replays if somebody's like, this person was in front of this person or that person. I texted it to you.
Okay, well, I'll share.
You're like,
There we go.
All right, we should be having Super B, practice number 6. Ethan Hughes, are you here? FCA Motocross. And actually, coming up June 5th through June 8th, the Texas FCA Moto Camp in 2026. I highly recommend going to this event. They have like 6 professional trainers to train you every day. They feed you breakfast, lunch, dinner. They have nighttime activities. They have fellowship. It's a great experience, and it's a heck of a lot of fun right here at world-renowned Cycle Edge. So white flag is out. White flag indicates 1 lap remaining. Then we'll get underway with practice number 6, which will be our super mini riders. Also, ladies and gentlemen, when racing starts, no one is allowed on the track. Must be a fence between you and the track unless you are a 50cc parent. And at that time, it's 1 parent per rider. And when you're out there on the track, you are everybody's parent. Help every rider. Also, riders, if you need numbers, you need to have numbers on your number plates. This is an AMA event. We have numbers up at the pro shop. We got 4-inch, 5-inch, and 6-inch to apply to any application that is necessary. Remember, legibility is credibility. And have a nice day. time? That's off.
Some of the girls racing, and you said it's really been growing a lot for the girls in the sport. What do you think kind of maybe driving that? You think the parents,
You know,
years, or?
it's hard to say. It's just whether it's a little boy or a little girl, they just love bicycles and motorcycles. It's hard to explain. And once they experience it, they're kind of get hooked a little bit because it's so much fun. And I mean, there's more women doing competitive sports overall through the whole spectrum, and motocross is just one of them. And it's just to listen to these little girls and do an interview, they're just the biggest smiles and they're having the best time, and it's so cool. I mean, that's a great question. It's a hard one to answer because each one of them is individualistic. It's just like I said, it's just a great family, sport.
And I guess
Because I mean, they got mom, dad, the 2 or 3 kids.
I'm seeing that. I'm out here and I'm seeing like you got the whole family, the big old RV, and they're all out there, mom, dad, kids, working on the bike or barbecuing something. They're doing,
Yep.
I mean, they're just out there having a great time, and it's just really cool to see. And what's funny is I can see with the kids, boys and girls, experiencing something like this, and then later you tell them, hey, you want to go to the carnival and get on the carousel? They're like, nah, I'm good. I was jumping over, hills.
No, let's
And dales over here.
yeah, let's go to Magic Mountain. Let's go ride the big rides. Yeah, it's like I said, it's hard to explain what you do. It's a feeling that it's exhilarating. It's like physically and mentally demanding. It gives you focus, structure. It's just a great sport. And I've been announcing for 39 years. And what's cool with me, kids that I announced that were 4 years old are now 28 with 2 kids. It's so cool to see the evolution to them to develop into young, responsible adults.
No, that's got to be cool to see because again, I can see this type of sport really shaping a lot of the character qualities because, like you said, the discipline, the focus, that just like anything, learning your craft, right? Like,
Yep.
There's things you gotta study just to be better, and then I just think competition overall is good. In any kind of sport, just learning to do what it takes to win, and also when you don't win, to be graceful about it, to understand, hey, I'll come back another day. I'm going to go work harder. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
All that builds character. That's great. Great to see. 39 years announcing. That's a pretty long time.
It's a few motos. Yeah, it's just when I first started doing it was 1988 at Rio Bravo Motocross Park in Houston. It was like Friday night. Well, back then there wasn't that much going on. There was less people. There wasn't 1,000 choices to do every weekend and stuff. So I'd go out to the Friday. If I wasn't racing, I'd just go out and support the racing. And I was sitting in the grandstands, and this friend of mine that was running the track at the time, he goes, JP, man, why don't you get up there in the little booth and start talking about racing? Because you know everybody, you know about the sport. I said, okay.
Yeah.
Then they wanted me to do it every weekend. I couldn't do it. And then a few years later, I did jet ski announcing for 14 years. All over Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Florida, Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Unbelievable sport. And then when that kind of faded away, I got back into moto, and then here we are. And it's just like I said, it's just been so cool, so rewarding. I mean, the families are fantastic. It's just a joy.
And you've been out here now for so long, so you've seen probably just about everything there is to see out here. And
Well, yes and no, but each day is a new adventure. So
I can see that. I can see that. But so that's cool. That's great that you can kind of speak to that and just seeing how things have grown and the sport growing itself. I'm sure.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's an evolution now.
Oh,
Seeing
well-
more young girls involved and all that. That's great.
Yep. Well, in the 70s, they didn't have 50cc machines or 65cc machines or 85. It was a 125, 250, or 500.
Oh, wow.
There was only three sizes of bikes. But like I said, and then here we are now. Like nowadays, what you do is you get them a little Strider, which is the balance bike, and then you get the stacyc, which is the little electric 12-inch, and then you get the PW50, the Yamaha PW50, which I'll point out to you when they come up in practice number 9, and I'll show you a little bit about it.
Nice.
But anyways, the whole evolution of the sport, it's just good.
Yeah, like I said, I tried one of those electrical bikes, and it was fun. I got out on the track, one of the tracks on it, and it was nice to me, a nice exposure to it, because then it made me go, okay, I could see getting into this, And but it was neat having that as an option.
Yes.
It was a good way to kind of.
It was probably a Ciron is what he puts you on. The little black bike. Yeah.
Yes.
Because he's also got one of the Stark bikes, which is the big motocross bike that's electric, that's got 80 horsepower. Yeah. No, those things, they're insane. The electric motors are just insane. And actually AMA, they outlawed them. Because a stock 450, the biggest motocross bike, comes with 54, 56 horsepower. This one's got 80. You can't. It's plus having an electric motorcycle and not hearing the sound of this 2-stroke or the sound of the 4-stroke. It'd be watching NASCAR with no noise. Or going to a concert that you're deaf. Oh, here's one of the races right here. Cora Kitty, how's it going there, girl?
Good.
What do you think about the track?
It's good.
How's your bike?
Good.
Yeah. So what part of the track is your favorite?
The back section where it goes step up, triple, triple.
We call that no man's motorland because we can't see back there.
What?
We call it no man's motorland because you go up Horsepower Hill, then you drop back in the back section of the track and we can't see you.
We got to see if you come out.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So anyways, best of luck today. Always good to see you. One of our great young girls that loves motocross.
She looks like she's loving it.
Yeah, well, her mom works. She does registration. She does scoring. Her dad actually does flagging. He does starting. He's at staging right now today. So the whole family's involved. Yeah, like we were talking earlier.
I love it. That's so cool. That's great. And it's even having fun.
Yeah.
It's having fun.
All right, now this is the 65cc riders, which is it goes 50cc, then 65cc. The ones that just came off was a Super Mini, and I'll explain the Super Mini. They take an 85cc machine, then they modify it. They bore it out to like 105 cc's. So that's kind of what a Super Mini is, but these are the stock production 65cc machines.
Now with these bikes and these riders, just like with any mechanical type situation, are they having to learn how to really work on their own bikes, or do they have usually people they'll bring along that
Well,
kind of,
it's yes and no. To me, if I was a parent, he'd be working on the bike.
makes sense?
I always worked on my bikes. I didn't have anybody. I worked on my bikes till 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday night to go racing on Sunday. But I think it's good mechanically and mentally for a kid to understand the machine that he's pushing the limits on. whether it's air pressure, chain adjustment, air filter. Air filter is the most important thing on a motorcycle, period. It is a filter for your heart. Basically, you got a 20, 30, 50 horsepower vacuum cleaner that's sucking in. So you want to make sure that this foam air filter has foam air filter oil. There's a special oil that they use for this specific purpose. And so use that, and that's the heart of the motor. You do the air filter properly, you're going to get the maximum performance and maximum life out of your motor. Because if you suck dirt in it, it's like putting sandpaper in there. Wears it out, then you've got to rebuild the thing, and it's ugly. So maintenance is a very crucial part of racing, and having the bikes to withstand the torture that they're delivering.
Right. Well, that's another good point, I guess, with the young kids teaching the responsibility
Yep.
of taking care of your equipment.
I mean, most of them, I can't tell you a percentage, but most of them don't. It's unfortunate. I mean, they don't know how to adjust the chain or lube the chain. And to me, if it was me, why not learn?
Yeah.
I mean, it's because when they get 14, 15, 16, they're gonna have to do it on their own.
Yeah, let's say I assume they're going to be picking up stuff anyway. Not one way or another, they're going to have to get in there at some point. Because things can even happen on the fly. Where you're like, man, I got to fix this now.
Yeah.
There's no one I can call. I better get on it. So yeah.
Hey, there's Cora's mom right there, the little girl I just talked to. That's Leslie. That's her mom. So she's up there delivering race order.
That's cool. And they're from here.
No, they live up in Kent, Texas, southeast of Dallas, at a motocross track called Underground Motocross.
You know what's a good idea too, Ian? Use the bomb. those listening, if you want to, the YouTube live stream is up right now on Cycle Ranch's YouTube page. So you can watch live what's happening
Cycle
right
Ranch
now.
MX.
Cycle Ranch MX on YouTube, and you can see the practice runs happening right now. And so feel free to tune into that and you can share it on your social media, share the YouTube page, and let people watch, and they'll get to watch either you or your child, spouse, whoever it is that's going to be racing throughout the day. But Cyber Ranch on YouTube.
Yep. So also, ladies and gentlemen, we will have a camera with a little bit of video footage at the finish line, so you'll be able to actually see the finish line finish or coming through the finish line sweeper. So we'll have a little bit of video footage, and then you can follow the race action through Roman and myself, JP. And hopefully we'll make it entertaining, get you guys a few smiles and laughs, and enjoy the day and doing what we love doing.
And we'll try to figure out how all this technology not be screwed up.
I don't know, I'm pretty good about that.
Yes. And yes, be disappointed.
No, we've had the practice order for the Saturday practice order posted up for a day or two already. Yeah, there's nothing for him today. He was supposed to be in the 250C class. So that's what was on our.
So this is a little girl here, Sophia Williams, on the green cow side. She just moved up to the big bike. She was on like a Super Mini, which is the 85cc small machine. And so I think she's out of the Austin area. Really, really sweet.
Once I saw the number, I knew
Sweet gal.
exactly who it was.
It's just, you know,
But she's handling her life.
it's crazy. This is all.
Oh,
This is all. See, that's on a Super Mini, smaller machine, or the green machine was a 250cc.
And that's Beverly. She's been training out here. She's got so much credit in her arm. She's been gotten so
We're
much better.
watching the women do their practice runs. And, I'm already impressed. I'm already impressed just watching that. I mean, just so good. Look at that. So these women really know their stuff. And do the women ever race with the men? Or
Yes.
separate?
No, you can race it. Women's can race in any class. Men can't race in the women's class. Okay, but women can enter any class, and they actually mix it up, and they perform well. I mean, I can tell you stories, and there's certain riders that aren't here today that, you know, it's just like you said, as the day progresses, you'll see the level of competition that we're going to be seeing today here at Saco Ranch for the Lorettas Qualifier.
For someone outside of
Uh,
sport, I've never had any.
Dave Coombs Sr., 44 years ago, 1982.
Is there a Dolly Parton International? They got one of those going?
They should. Actually, there's a track where in Palestine, Billadilla, where a section of the track we call them the Dolly Partons. Anyways,
I won't ask why.
it's elevation changes.
what they're writing here.
This is a Yamaha PW50, and I was so excited about this little. Yeah, this is our little tutu girl. We have a few of those that's their signature deal. Now this is an electric bike. This is like an E2 series electric bike. They mix them up a little bit, and but to be competitive, the e-bikes are much faster than anything. But like I said, this is a PW50 class, but they're actually after they run them together, they could be separate. But like I said, these guys they start out at 4 years old, and then they go on from there.
Like they're not maybe any older than
Yeah.
9 on the
Yeah,
Hondas.
and see, like these are the e-bikes, the 50cc e-bikes here, Roman. They're a little bit. You can tell they're a lot faster than the PW50s. So this will be a separate class than the PW50s. Also, you see, we cut the track.
Oh, yeah.
We cut the track here so we don't run them up horsepower hill because trying to get not the electric bike, but the PW50 up horsepower hill is a challenge, not only for the bike, for the kid.
Gotcha.
Now, some kids are able to do it, but a lot of kids don't have the seat time to accomplish that. So, but I mean, it's just this part of it just excites me so much. It's so cool to see they got the biggest smiles, that they're having the best time, and like tonight at 5:00, FCA fellow Christian athletes is going to have a chapel service at 5:00 in the big pavilion. Then at 5:30, we're going to watch Supercross live.
Oh, that's
And I
that's
think
fun
I
day.
forgot which.
That's a full day.
Oh yeah,
And so the parents, I see some of the parents are out here now on the side of the track watching.
watching.
One,
Yep, watching the kids.
the one run that they can come out.
Yeah, the only class is the 50cc class, not just the PW class, but other 50 classes. But only in the 50cc, and kind of pretty much the entry level class.
So
But like I said, you can see there's all different kinds of skill levels, and you got to start somewhere. And I've watched riders for over the years or over a season, and they get better and better. And like right here,
Yeah, because like there's one that went down. Everybody's kind of helping him up.
yeah, and the kids,
again and getting him back in the game.
yeah, and the kids are pretty darn resilient. I say they still got rubber in their bones, not unlike us,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I know the first thing is if you crash, where's my bike? Is my bike okay? You don't care about your body. No, yeah, they don't care. Is my bike okay?
That's my bike. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, this is getting me really hyped about just getting my grandson out here on these bikes.
I tell you know what? That is exactly, you hit the nail on the head. Grandpa could come out and hang out with the family and the kids and watch the kid develop, and of course get some support from grandpa and grandma. No matter what level it is. But like I said, it's so cool. Like I said, for grandpa to come out here and hang out with the grandson or granddaughter, and enjoy this beautiful facility and the day. Plus we got a super great cafe up there that cooks, just the top quality of ingredients and foods. Miss Emily monitors all that. She's quality control.
Yeah, and
And then some.
right. And yeah, because she was explaining to me one day, her and Ian both, about all the trial and error they go through to get the right food and ingredients for what they are serving there. It's incredible. It's not like going somewhere where they say, "Oh, we just whipping up a batch of whatever." That coffee is so good. Or as my son, who's now moved to the East Coast, it's coffee. Yeah, he's a Mexican from Floresville, but now he's on the East Coast, and suddenly he's saying coffee. And I'm talking
That's funny.
What are you talking about? It's like, Dad, you don't understand. So much. It's stuck in my brain. I said, "Well, get it out of your brain." It's coffee.
You come back to Texas. You got to retrain your speech, man.
Yeah. Anyways, I digress. But yeah, their coffee here is so good.
Yep.
And so this morning I got in. I had already eaten breakfast. I wish I hadn't because they were eating and they were just so delicious.
It
I had
is.
stuff here before, but I grabbed one of the big chocolate chip cookies. Which if you haven't had one of those, oh my gosh, go get one because it is. It was so good. And with that coffee, man, it just started my day off right. It started off right. And Had some technical
Sometimes
difficulties.
sometimes what I do is like this,
Oh.
because you get it too close, then you get a little feedback.
All
So
right. You're teaching me how to work these mics. Oh, yeah.
these like Shure SM58 mics.
Yeah, I graded.
Cooler down. We're again.
We're still in the learning process.
Yeah. So what do you want from me? But, all right. Well, you'll get it. You'll catch every other word. You'll figure it out.
And because we will be somewhat repetitious on certain situations.
That's fine. So, some people tune in and out. We might need to say it a few times, or we may forget we said it, and we have to say it again. So, but in case you did miss the last part, go get yourself chuck chip. Delicious. All kinds of stuff going here, man.
All right, that concludes practice. So we're going to be doing the riders meeting here in just a moment. So you guys get ready to tune in. I want to run through this riders meeting. There's a lot of important stuff to go over here being a qualifier. So we're going to be starting that in just a moment here. So whatever you're doing, put down the phones, put down the iPads, grab your friends. This is important stuff that we have to go through. Some semantic stuff. Some of the stuff you probably already know, but if you miss one thing on here and you get disqualified because you weren't paying attention to the riders meeting, you can't go to the ref and say, nobody told me, because we're going to tell you everything right now. So it's really important you listen to this. You guys traveled a long way to come be here. We're very grateful for you guys coming and racing with us at Cycle Ranch. We love being the host of events like this. We don't make the rules for the events. We just try to make the best track possible, have the best staffing so you guys are safe the whole time. We have 2 refs here making sure the rules are followed and making sure that racing becomes fair for everybody. So these rules are in place by MX Sports and the AMA for the qualifiers. So we're going to try to tell you as many as possible of the rules. If you have questions about the rules, you can ask a ref or go to MX Sports. It's the rider's responsibility to be aware of all of the rules. So we're going to go over some of them here. But it's by no means the whole AMA rule book. That thing is giant, or the supplemental rules that are on mxsports.com. So make sure you know the rules for your class. Make sure you are in the right class. We are not making sure you know what you're doing. That's not our responsibility. It's your responsibility. So our responsibility is to create a great racing track, which big thanks to Logan Lana and Jay Quinters. The 2 of them were tireless this week, putting dirt on the track, harvesting it from all over the place to make this place look as good as it does right now. The track looks amazing. They've been watering late night, at all hours, making things happen. So big thanks to them for being out here, and big thanks to all of you that decided to come to Cycle Ranch to do your race, your qualifier here. We love having you guys. Everybody's been awesome so far. We really appreciate it. Respecting the place. We've invested a lot in this place since last year, and we'll keep doing so. And that's because you guys keep coming back and you treat it with respect, and then we can keep making it nicer for you guys. So thank you guys for coming. Big shout out to I-35 North, Holtcat, Family Power Sports or Alamo here, Motorsport, VP Fuels. All these guys have been sponsoring the track for pretty much 3 years now and really helping out in some way, shape, or form. We really, really, really appreciate you guys. So you guys know, at the cafe, we got event t-shirts, we got lunch coming, we have breakfast right now, we have snacks all day. We have stuff to sustain you. I know that Roman and JP were talking about this a little bit earlier. We will try to make the best of the best for you guys so you're feeling good the whole time you're out here. If there's something you want us to add, let us know. If it's in our ethos, we will add it. We also have the pro shop for parts up there, fuel, tires, all that stuff. If there's something you want us to add, let us know. We will add it up there. Prime Performance is now set up here. That's Casey Doherty. You guys probably know him. I've been riding with him for the last year and a half about, and he does all of our rental work, takes care of my bikes, and does a lot of performance work. So if you need bike work this weekend, he is here to help you. Divine Voltage will be out here shortly, if they're not out already. I think they're out here on 11, and they will have e-bikes and go-karts set up over the go-kart track. You guys can try them out. You can rent them, all that stuff. Check them out. FCA is here. They're going to be doing a huge camp in June. Make sure you sign up for that. I think actually all our cabins and all of our RV spots are already booked for that event. There might be one or two left. So get on that if you want to come out to the Fellowship of Christian Athletes camp in June. It's going to be awesome. RG3 of Texas is here for a little bit today. He'll be here tomorrow. Just talk to Johnny. Great guy. He knows his stuff. So check him out. HyperX is here with a bunch of merch. Forthright Media is here with photography, taking pictures all day, and they can print them out. They're set up in the cafe. It's pretty cool the way they're set up. You can go home with a picture ready to be framed. And of course, Joe's Lemonade is here. So go check out all the vendors. That's really what we have going on outside of the racing. Wanted you guys to be aware of that and those resources for you. If you have questions about AMA, the racing format, and anything to do with racing, ask an AMA official. All right, those are our refs here. You can ask me, but I am not an AMA official. I was on a 4-hour call with the Lorettas program, and I still don't know everything, and I might not get it right. Ask an AMA official. So I love that you guys want to come to me or my team for questions, but really the AMA officials are the ones that you want to ask, or pull it up in the rule book. You can get all your answers there. We're only as good as our memories, right? But we're not certified to do this. The AMA officials, we have Matt Cooper, who's going to be out on patrol, checking everything out. He's an AMA ref. You probably know him from around here. He's announced out here. He's run the equipment out here. He's fixed the equipment out here. He's lived out here. He knows this place. He breathes this place. He's managed the races for us. Now he's an AMA ref. Really glad to have him on board doing this with us. He will be on patrol, running the show from an AMA ref standpoint. And Terry Kinsey's also here. She'll be in impound, making sure everything's happening and helping that out at any point in time. So you have two refs you can ask for or talk to about this. So if you have any questions that I don't cover here, ask Matt, ask Terry, and you can get your answers, or go right to the rule book and get the answer on this stuff. So make sure your bike is right, make sure your age is right, make sure you're in the right class, all of that stuff. They can help you with that. We are also broadcasting live on YouTube. So the link is in the stories on Cycle Ranch on Facebook and in Instagram and on the Facebook page. So you can also just go to YouTube, search Cycle Ranch MX, and you'll see this broadcast right now is live. So you guys can replay. It's really just the finish line that we're capturing with the camera. But you get the whole background and you get all the audio. So if somebody's not here, they'll hear all the announcing and everything that's going on. So it's not a drone footage following you around, but we have a camera strategically placed here up in the tower that you guys can see what's going on. You can see what class is on at any point. You can rewind it. You can see what happened previously, all that stuff. So check it out. We have that set up on YouTube for your convenience. As I mentioned, we've made a ton of improvements since last year's qualifiers. The bathrooms, you probably have noticed, have switched sides. The women's bathrooms where the men's bathrooms were, and they got a huge upgrade. If you want to get in the showers of those restrooms, you got to get a key from the cafe. We made them really, really nice. Put new mirrors in there, stuccoed everything, put new countertops. Even got lemon trees and new heaters. Like it's just really nice in there. We want to make this somewhere that everybody feels comfortable. And the men's side got a bunch of upgrades, better flushless urinals, and a lot cleaner of a space. So that's all set up. That's all into. We're gonna be able to have laundry here at some point that we can share with the public. We can have a wellness room that we're working on. A lot of things that are coming to fruition. So you guys have sauna and ice baths and all that stuff probably next year when you come here, set up for you guys. We've also added playgrounds. We changed up the cafe, expanded that. We now have septic for all of the RV spots. We have an RC track. We have stuff for e-bikes. We have go-karts, and we got more on the way for you. So take care of this place. Please treat it like it is your grandfather's house, and or your church or cathedral that you go into. Pick up your trash. Don't leave it laying around. All that stuff. Make sure the trash is actually in the trash bin. The wind will blow it out. So please, we've worked hard to keep this place very clean and nice for you guys, like a park atmosphere. Please help us keep it that way. And if you like what we're doing, share it on social, share it in the Google reviews. And if there's some questions or concerns, please call us, DM us, go to registration, and chat with somebody there, and we'll get whatever we can mitigated or changed in the future. Whatever we can do for you, we want you to have a great time out here. So also, if you meet us with kindness, you'll be getting kindness back. If you come at us screaming, there's going to be a wall going up. One of our core values here is respect. So approach us with respect, please. Any of our team members, they are working their tails off. They don't get much sleep during this week. They do a lot of extra work, and it's usually unthanked. So please say thank you, say please, say ma'am, say sir, say I have a question. Don't come shouting, screaming at somebody. We do have cameras up, by the way, recording that stuff. So that stuff, if you come in irate and cause a scene, cause a fuss, it might go to the AMA. It might go online. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But come, be cool, and we'll give you as much as we possibly can. Let me go over the flags real quick. We got our green flag is races on, races ready to go. Keep racing. White, that means 1 lap's left. Then you have your checkered. That's your final lap. You pull off at the checker flag. Immediately after the finish line, you're going to make a U-turn in front of the scoring tower and go through impound right there. Do not cross over the start, because there might actually be people going off the start gate, and that would get bad getting T-boned by 40 riders. So make sure you pull up just like you did in practice. Make a U-turn. Go to impound if you're called over. We got to check your VINs. This is a process that the AMA and MX Sports has asked us to do. So there's a stacyc tent right outside there. You might be called in there if you're in qualifying position, which is the top 9 riders of every single class is qualifying. So top 9 expect to get pulled over. You might not. So I don't know exactly what structure they have. I think they're going to do top 3, but they might do it random. So make sure you're racing the same bike all throughout, and your bike is, if you're in a limited class, all stock. So the red flag means the race is going to restart. Right? There's some issue. It could have been at the gate. It could have been an injury. It could have been one of a million things. Red start means pull off the track. We probably will. With the red flag, we probably will have a gate and staging and probably let them go. You guys will be able to fix your goggles, all that stuff, check your fuel, and then we'll get you back on the track. So if there's somebody in the gate already, we'll probably let them go, and you guys will go to one after that. Yellow flag is slow down. There's a rider down. There's a hazard on the track. Something's going on. Slow it down. Wheels on the ground. This is an amateur race. This is not pro racing. You cannot leave the ground on a yellow flag. So make sure you slow it down. And then red cross means there's medical field and there's an injury on the track. This is like super important. You guys are listening. Red cross flag. You need to slow it down. Like slow it down. There's no passing. There's no passing in yellow either. Red cross though, you really have to be careful. You do not want to be the one who actually runs into a medical official. Hey guys. Thank you. So you don't want to be the one to run into an official or a downed rider or their bike or any of that stuff. So red cross flag, please take this serious. This is racing at your own risk. We don't provide any health insurance. You do this at your own risk. There's a law actually passed here in Texas. We're not liable for you. So make sure you have your own health insurance. You have your own coverage. You know your risk that you're taking. We do have medics on site. And you don't have to even go to the medics. You can always ask any one of our staff to radio to the medics. They can come to you. We are here to try to take care of you and help you as much as possible. But you are doing this at your own risk. Motocross is inherently dangerous. You're going faster than you can run, and bones can break. Right? People get injured. It consistently will happen. So make sure you know that racing at your own risk here. And we're not providing the health insurance. You got to take care of that stuff. We're just providing an awesome track for you. We're going to be having a 2-moto format today. The results will be posted up at the cafe. You have 30 minutes from the time to protest. There is an official protest form, and there are fees involved. So make sure you get it in within that 30-minute window. They have copies of that protest form for you up there. And you want to probably review it with a rep before you fill that out. Make sure your protest is accurate because there's non-refundable fees involved in that, I believe. So make sure you check that out. As far as the start here, we will be having a starter come out, count down the riders from left to right usually. Sometimes he goes right to left. So make sure you're paying attention. Make sure everybody's ready. Once everybody's ready, they will run into the gate, and you will have between 2 to 8 seconds before that gate drops. All right, so that's how it's going to work. If you have any questions, ask in staging, ask the starter before the gate drops. You guys have plenty of time up there while our previous race is on the track. There will be some combined classes, I believe. Actually, maybe there isn't today, but if there is a combined class, there's one combined class, I'm getting told. If that's you and you want to go off of the same gate, you can. If you want to do staggered start, you can. All it takes is one person to say, I want to do staggered start, and it will be staggered start. That means 2 gate drops, right? So the first class will go off, and then the gate will come back up. The starter will come out, count you down. Again, make sure everybody's ready, and then drop the gate. But it's going to be quick. It's going to be real fast. We got to get you out right behind the class that just dropped to make this all work and pull it off properly. If there is a 2-gate drop, if you are staggered start, make sure if you're a second start, you are not in your gate. Pull back. Pull back so the person that is in the gate next to you knows that you're not starting with them. And so you don't go by accident, because that happens time and time again. Everybody goes off at the same time, like, oh, I didn't realize it was staggered, even though they knew it was staggered. Oh, I made a mistake. And then that means you adopt a lap. So make sure you pull back from the gate. Make sure you have your wristbands. You won't get on the starting gate if you don't have your wristband on. 1 mechanic per rider. All right, so 1 mechanic per rider. You can't bring your whole family. You can't bring your whole posse up there. This is not entourage. This is motocross racing. No vapes, no cigarettes, no alcohol, none of that shenanigans at the starting gate. All right, so make sure that you are there to support your rider, and your rider is it. That's fine if you want to wish everybody good luck and give them high fives on the way out, but you are there for one rider only. And you only one of you per rider, right? So you're welcome to help out if there's somebody's bike won't start and there's 6 of you trying to get that bike started. That's fine, but that rider should only have 1 mechanic up there. We can't have a whole crew of them. The number of laps will be posted on the race order. I believe everybody is 4 today, with the exception of some of the 50 classes are 3, and the Pro Sport will be 6 laps. So 250 Pro Sport will be 6 laps. The short course will be 3 laps, which I'll get back to in a second here. I'll pull up the race order right now and tell you guys short course on race 7 for micro 1 and race 17 for micro E. Okay. So micro 1 and micro E will have a short course just like you did in practice. Right. So, and also parents, don't go moving cones. Don't go moving cones. We had that happen in a previous race where all of a sudden parents made a race that was long course, short course, and it created a red flag incident, right? So please don't just leave it to our team. If there's something you see, you can yell to one of our flaggers, point it out to them, and they might go do it for you, or they might know better. So please don't go moving cones. Important in the pits, and by the way, pit rules, these are punishable for your whole family, right? So if you're a sister and your brother's racing, or a brother and your sister's racing, or a mom and your child's racing, or your husband's racing, they're going to be punished for your offense as well. So if you're under 18, you need to be wearing a helmet. You need to be wearing a helmet. I'm not going to be very out of policing it. What's going to happen is you're going to find out that you were doctor position, or doctor lap, or if you're really pushing the limits, they'll probably pull you off your bike at that time, make you walk it back, and maybe go talk to your parents and ask you guys to leave. We can't have any pit accidents. Like, the insurance will stop covering us if we have any pit accidents, or we completely gone pit vehicles. We talked about this a lot last year. You guys have all been great about this. You guys have all been great and respectful, keeping the helmets on the kids. That means buckled helmets. It means 5 miles an hour, no stunts, no wheelies, all that stuff. You can be docked, DQ'd, all that stuff. You can be kicked out. Make sure you are slow in the pits. We don't need a kid getting run over in the pits, or somebody driving into a car or a vehicle. I can't stress it enough, because it seems like that's where most of our accidents seem to happen, is somebody goofing off in the pits. Take it seriously. Also, don't let us find you on the night track in sneakers and a bicycle helmet riding a motorcycle. Like, that does not work. If you are going to be on one of the tracks, full gear. I don't care if it's a pit bike, if it's an e-bike, any of that stuff, I need you in full gear if you are on a track, right? So we are blessed enough that we can have other tracks here for you to test things out in between races. Just be responsible. No night riding. I don't care that you have lights on. Like, if you got to get from your camper to the bathroom, that's fine. Your tent to the bathroom, but this is not a time to go out and cruise the night track at 11 o'clock at night. You'll be thrown out. No one on the track but staff and media during the races and racers, right? So during the races, no one on the track but the staff, media, and racers. With the exception of 50 parents, you guys know when you're allowed out there, you're allowed 1 parent per rider on foot. No buggies, no pit bikes, no e-bikes, on foot, out on the track. 1 rider, 1 parent. And you got to help any one of the riders that might need help out there, not just yours. So I got a couple quick things to read from the AMA or MX Sports portion of this. So just bear with me while I pull that up. The main thing is, for your area qualifiers, they're taking 9 of you per person in our district, our region. All right. So for our area, your top 9 will go, and then at the regional, it will be the top 6. So make sure you sign up for your qualifier now. You can't sign up afterwards. So if you haven't paid that $25 fee now, you can't pay it at the end of the day. So if you want to go to Lorettas, make sure you sign up for that. Again, I can't stress enough, you know which class you are in. Make sure your bike is valid. Make sure you're the right age, the right gender, all of that stuff, all those rules. If I were to read through this 21-page document that I have, you guys would never get to race. So I'm not going to read through it. You guys know, you got to know your stuff. So mxsports.com, AMA has all their rule books. You got Matt and you got Terry if you have any questions, and they will give you the answer. I'm going to turn the mic over to Ethan Hughes, who's going to do a nice little prayer for us and give you guys a little love from God, and then we're going to give you the race order. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ian. And yes, so I'm Ethan Hughes with Fellowship of Christian Athletes. We are pitted on top of the hill next to the pavilion. So please come by, see us. We have merch, we have water, we also have free Bibles and some stickers. So please come by throughout the day and also tomorrow to come see us. So with that, we're also going to have chapel service at 5 o'clock at the pavilion. So please be there to hear us talk about God's word. So with that, I'm going to open us up with a word of prayer this morning. So if you can, please bow your heads and take off your hats. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, just thank you for this time. Lord, it says in your word that we should love you wholeheartedly, Lord. There's so many distractions and so many things that get in our way and clutter our days, Lord. And I just pray that in this time, in this busy season of racing, that we can just find time for you. Thank you, Lord. And I just pray that we can just give all glory to you. No matter if you win or lose, I pray that all the glory will go to you. I pray for everyone here in attendance, riders, racers, and families. I pray, Lord, that they can all accept Jesus as their Savior and know that his blood is the only eternal salvation to get to the Father. Thank you for all that you've done. I pray that we have fun today. I pray that the racers stay safe. And let's have a great day of racing. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. All right. Thank you so much, Ian.
Thank you, Ethan, for that beautiful prayer. I know I'm a believer. Keeps me going. I feel like I get protected by the armor of God when I'm out there on the track. So first race, if you guys don't know, it seems like some of you got wind of this already. 450B Limited should be on the line. 450B Limited. Then we have Micro 3 7 to 8 Limited and 125C Limited, and then we'll have Pro Sport and 250B Limited as our fourth race. So it looks like we have two of our 450B riders up here. We need 450B up so we can play the national anthem and get going. And hopefully we can get a count of who's not there. So I'll have JP radio over the staging, but 450B, come on up. We're going to play the national anthem in just a second here.
Okay, guys, we're looking for number 8. Edler Overia. Number 20, Mason Brown. 55, Ethan Pope. 105, Mario Salazar. And 107, Talon Traham. You guys need to be on the line. Race number 1, 450B Limited. Welcome to Cycle Ranch for the Lorettas Qualifier, day number 1 of racing. As Ian said, race number 2 in staging, Micro 3 7 8 Limited. And then race 3 in pre-staging, 125C riders. As soon as we get them locked to go to the gate, we're going to play our national anthem. And like I said, 5 miles an hour safety is our first key issue out here at Cycle Ranch. Be classy, not trashy. Take care of your pits, clean up your pits, wipe your number plates off. Please have legible numbers and have a nice day.
I'll be back later. We went down. Oh, you were there too. We went kind of early. Yeah, we went there. I mean, it's you like a good home ball, you know?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go racing. Race number 1, 450B Limited on the line. Out of Puebla, Mexico, on the bike number 8, Yamaha mounted, Edgar Olvera. On the 20, Mason Brown. On the 55, Ethan Pope out of Chesapeake Bay, Virginia. On the 105, Mario Salazar out of Paradise, Texas. And out of Spring, Texas on the Yamaha, it's Talon Trahan. On the staging, race 2, Micro 378, and pre-stage, race 3, 125C. Hey, remember, riders, make sure your bike number matches what's on the race sheet, but it's Mason Brown with the whole shot. Register is number 20, but his bike number is 217. So, guys, help out the scorers and announcers on this situation and have legible numbers.
It looked like it on the left side. He had a different number. Are they?
All right, the wheels go up Horsepower Hill. They'll drop back into the back section of the track we call No Man's Motorland. And we see our leaders in that back sweeper heading towards Rhythm Road Raceway. Should be Mason Brown out of Underground Compound, which coming up, that's going to be March 8th through 11th, the Texas three-step round number 2 at Underground. And that is Mason Brown out front as he makes a left-hand sweeper through the finish line sweeper, over the finish line tabletop, the number 20 out of Kemp, Texas, ride for Underground, ODI, OGs, and many others. Bell helmets, and of course I got to say Maxima, because my buddy Ron Machine owns that. There's the 105 of Mario Salazar. And here's the number 8 of Eder Ovaria out of Pueblo, Mexico. So we got one rider from Chesapeake, Virginia, and another rider from Mexico in this class. So race number 2 on the starting line. Race 3 in staging, 125C. Race 4 in pre-staging to the Pro Sport 250B Limited.
They have their bike brand, their age, and the name of their sponsor. Did you go underneath here? There should be a chair underneath there. There should be something else. Yeah, if you left a lawn chair out there at the last race, I would not expect it to be there.
I think I know where it's at, but my son swears it's not.
All right, here comes your meter. He makes the left-hand turn up towards the catcher's mitt on the number 20 Kawasaki, by the way, of Kemp, Texas. Ride for Underground Motocross Park. Mason Brown. And in second place, also on a Kawasaki, I would say that'd be the 55 of Ethan Pope. by the way of Chesapeake, Virginia, riding for the 152 crew, Dunlop, 100% Acherbys, Mobus.
Right here.
And third place out of Yamaha, this is going to be the 105 of Mario Salazar, by the way of Paradise, Texas. And out of Pueblo, Mexico, Yamaha number 8, Eder Overia. Mason Brown way out front with probably about a 12 to 14 second lead over second place, which is the 55 of Ethan Pope. Make sure you make your way up to the Up Top Cafe, the Pro Shop. Get you some great breakfast. And while you're there, no matter what time of day or night, Little Joe's Lemonade makes it right. He's got limeade, he's got bags of ice, and of course, for on-site printing, go with the best, forget the rest. It's Stacy over at HyperX. Once again, your leader makes that left-hand turn, heads up towards the catcher's mitt. In grandstand land, it's Mason Brown out of Kemp, Texas. He'll be there March 8th through 11th for the Texas three-step, round number 2. White flag is out for Mason Brown, 1 lap remaining. He looks back and makes sure that is the white flag and not the checkered flag. We've had guys pull off on the white flag and sometimes not pull off on the checkered flag. It's always exciting, Roman. You never know when it's moto.
That would be me. I would just. We're pulling up on the wrong. I'm not done.
You would be hoping to be the checkered flag. Not one more lap, please.
I don't think I'd get around the first lap. Seeing the way they are riding, that's incredible.
Well, see, right here in Sacker Ranch, we have all the tools and capabilities to bring you to that level. It may take a little time, but we can do it.
I'm thinking about it for myself too. I was talking about my grandson getting started, but I think you know what? I think I could get started with a little something.
Well, and like I said, we got all the tools here. Ian's one of the greatest guys to help you and assist you in that program. I mean, he's got entry level bikes that you can start on. I think he's even got little kids bikes that your grandson could check out and stuff. Yeah, we're not putting you out of 50. Maybe a 65. Okay.
Yeah, I got to keep some credibility.
All right, I hear the revs from the Micro 3 riders are getting excited. Race number 2 on the line. And they have pulled the trigger out of the gate. And here comes Mason Brown down Rhythm Road Raceway. That is your leader in race number 1, 450B Limited.
A bunch of them now. Oh, yeah. 18.
And if I was a betting man, and I am, that's John Luca Royal with the hole shot on Samoa, Texas. Also out there, we got the 7 of Hope Putman. Taking the wins, Mason Brown. In the 450B class, second place going to be the 55 of Ethan Pope. Also out there, Jackson Kopchek on the number 20 machine. On the 25 is Easton Hernandez out of Menifee, California. On the 64, Weston Cross. On the 77, Leakin Mosh. On the 100, Ransom Dupree. On the 113, Cole Stevenson. On the 133, Braxton Angelo. 143, Brady Ross. 194, Tristan Gonzalez. 258, Everett Coker. 335, Jameson Heige. 430, Weston Weckman. 523, Kenneth Goins. 594, Callahan Russo. 726, Cash Broomfield. And 775, my little buddy, Trip Burton.
He loves it when I say that.
On this copy.
Okay.
Like, cycle range, racing, cycle range, so I put it all on here so you might see those.
Okay.
So there's one copy of these.
Okay.
So you know, some of my road they live here, right? So they know that color. Most of the kids come to the program that I've been doing the 3 days a week. 65cc riders.
Do we just call it micro or micro 3? Micro 3, because we have a micro 2 and a micro 1. So, yeah. Okay, so the micro 3 racers are on the track, and there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, this is one of the many classes. It's got 18 riders, 18 to 20 riders in it. Your leader, as he heads towards the finish line, through the finish line sweeper, that's going to be little John Luca Roya. Riding for Tax Optimized Bookkeeping Altus Motorsports. That's our leader, number 11. And then we got the racers second, third, and fourth. And it looks like in third place is Trip Bruton. And 594 is Callahan Russo. 20 of Jackson Kopchek.
They are all getting after it, I tell you what.
I did not say anything.
So right now, man, John Lucaroya through turn 3. That is your leader. So John Lucaroya through the number 4 sweeper heads up Horsepower Hill.
And that's this big hill, what we call, they just launch off that thing right there. Of course, the big bikes go all the way up top. Yeah, that's called what? Horsepower Hill.
Yeah, so John Lucaroya over Horsepower Hill. He drops down into No Man's Motorland, the back section of the track, which we can't see. All right, back to race action. There's our leader right there, up through a hill. It's number 11, John Lucaroya. Second place, 594, Callahan Russo. Shan Garcia's accountant. And in third place, Trip Bruton by our Signature Peak Wheels. On the 20 is Jackson Kopchek. Lab 23, Kenneth Gowans. 194, Tristan Gonzalez. 133, Brody Ross. 133, Braxton Angelo. Cole Stevenson. And the 7 of Holt Putman, by the way of Midland, Texas. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, please claim your number plates.
trying to read those numbers. That's why we got binoculars.
All right, here comes your leader. Looks like that white flag will be coming one lap remaining in race number 2. This is our Micro 3, 7 to 8 years of age, limited. On the line, race number 3. That's going to be our 125 Sea Riders in the stage area. Race 4, 250 Pro Sport, 250B Limited. Race 5 is going to be 65cc 79 Limited. As we wind down race number 2, that checker flag will be coming out. There's our leader, John Lucaroya. Through the finish line sweeper. Over the finish line tabletop and takes that checkered flag. Gets the whole shot from start to finish, wire to wire. That is our winner. And it looks like moving up into second place, good ride by Trip Bruton on the 775 signature pink wheel machine. And third place, Jackson Kopchek. And fourth place, Callahan Russo drops back. That is your top 4. And fifth place, 77, Lincoln Mosh. And the 194, Tristan Gonsalves out of Edgartown, Maine. All right, 125 Sea Riders on the 0, Maximus Mock. On the 7, Carson Lazo. On the 13, Trace Storo. On the 79, Samuel Christie. On the 127, Peyton Shives. On the 195, Austin Perry. 274, Landon White. 338, Braxton 349, Toby Halverson. 523, Kate Eckerman. 544, Mason Wright. 727, Reed Owing. 762, Grayson Plummer. They are locked and loaded to do race number 3.
But I'll let you go back to now. Anything, let me know.
All right, so.
All right.
This has already been an exciting couple of races here.
Oh, we're just getting cranked up. This is the 125 two-stroke class. And grabbing the whole shot was the 544 of Mason Wright. On the line, race number 4. That's going to be our 250 Pro Sport and 250B Limited. Race 5, 65cc 7 to 9.
So these are a few riders that slower riders.
So you just kind of keep an eye on who's out first. That's really who you're kind of just keeping an eye on.
Well, yes and no.
Because I would get confused.
The deal is, see, this is exactly why they should. This is off. They should not start the race there.
Yeah, I was surprised. They start when we had
All right, so Mason Wright still out front. Hey, turn that stuff down. Shut it off. Go outside. All right, back to race action. All right, Mason Brown still out front as he goes down into turn 2. That is your leader with a very commanding lead by about, I would say, 12 to 14 seconds. And in second place, the 338 of Braxton Bowman out of Belton, Texas, up by Wacko. And we know what Wacko stands for. We ain't coming out.
Most people won't know what the heck that is.
They're not from here.
Well, I got a few moto mom antics out there.
Oh, cool. Hey. Well, I appreciate that. I'm here to help and assist. That's all. And enjoy the day. Speaking of enjoying the day, it's this little gentleman right here over the number 7 tabletop. Or is it 8? I think it's 8. Is Mason Brown. The white flag is out, indicating 1 lap remaining. Race number 3, our 125 C class, the 2 Shokes, which I love. Second place is going to be the 338 of Braxton Bowman. Yep. Third place. That's going to be the 349 of Toby Haberson, and the 195 Austin Perry. 274 is going to be Landon White. The 7 of Carson Lazo. 127 Peyton Shives, and many others. There's a 0 of Maximus Bach. And there's 195 Austin Perry.
Your leader is Mason Ryan, not Mason Brown.
Oh, 544?
Yes, sir. Well, according to Miss Leslie,
Yeah, we just,
and she knows,
flurry of activity. is what-
and she knows more than I do, so I'll go with that.
She's got better glasses than you. Look.
I know. She's got Superman eyes. Lens.
Yeah, she doesn't need the binoculars like we need.
Well, you know, Roman, where I've learned a little bit is where you can get assistance, accept assistance.
I tell you, that's very true. Very true.
All right, Mason Wright. I'm right this time, not Brown. Oh, wrong. Okay, Mason Wright.
I like it. That's a good remember.
Oh, Mason.
Get it right.
Yeah, he's getting it right now. Grabbing that hole shot. He's going towards that side with 2 turns to go. That is our leader. He's going to take that checkered flag.
Coming around strong. Nice.
And second place right now is the 338 out of Belton, Texas, Braxton Behrman. Third place, 349, Toby Hepperson. And followed by the 13 of Trace Stolo. 274, landed right. Hey, guys, please clean your number plates. I've got my new super announcer next to me, and he's trying to understand, but he can't see the numbers.
I'm getting dizzy.
Yeah, he's getting eye strained.
Then I was 127 Austin Pair. No, 8 shies. 127. See, I'm getting these numbers down.
There you go.
Good, that lacing. We're at 195. Austin Perry and 0 Maximus Mock. We got 762 Grayson Plummer coming around the bend. And there we go. '79 Samuel Christie bringing it in. That's race 4 started?
Yes. So with the whole shot, it's Mason Brown.
Now it's Mason.
See, I was in the wrong class. My mind was in a different class, but Mason Brown grabbing the whole shot in race number 4.
We can't blame you for being that. You know, you're just a go-getter.
I tried. Didn't always work out, but. So out there in the pro class on the 99 is Corey Matthews out of Beeville, and then out of Forestville, Cycle Ranches, Carter Cochran, number 276 on the Yamaha. Grabbing the whole shot in the 250B Limited out of Kemp, Texas, Kawasaki mounted, number 20, Mason Brown. On the 55 on the Chesapeake, Virginia is Ethan Pope on the Kawasaki. On the 66 Yamaha, by the way, of Boyd, Texas, Drew Roberts. On the 101 KTM out of Burleson, Texas, Jack Brown. And 107, Talon Trahan out of Spring, Texas, also on the Yamaha. And here comes our leader up towards the catcher's mitt. And that is going to be Mason Brown. And we know that's right.
I do every moto. Hey,
If it was me, I'd have somebody down there with a sprayer. And just spray. It takes 5 seconds.
Guys, clean your number plates. The scorers need your help. It's not very, yes it is. Remember, legibility is credibility. If we can read your numbers, you're going to get scored properly and announced properly. Hey, also riders.
I'm in with the top 3. Top 3.
Okay, top 3 finishers in each motor. You need to come to impound right here below the base of the announcing tower. Once again, if you are in the top 3,
Well, no, here's the real easy way to do that is get this flagger guy, stop the top 3 guys, corner them right in here, then let everybody else go. But where do I know?
okay, on the line with you, race number 5. It's going to be our 65cc 7-9 limited. Race number 6 in staging, 250C junior, 12-7 limited. Race 7, micro 1, 4-6 shaft drive, race 8, women's class. On the track right now is race number 4, 250B and 250 Pro Sport. Out front on the Kawasaki, number 20, Mason Brown. And your leader in the pro class on the 99 Beta new Italian bike is Corey Matthews. By the 66 of Drew Roberts. That's the 55 of Ethan Pope. #101, Jack Brown.
It's like all these guys here, I announced them when they were 4. That's why. It's just, I never
See it staying with it like that.
Yep. Well, it's like other sports. It's like I have this one vendor that makes all covers and motorcycle rips. And I said, man, how's the golf fit? How's the golf fit? He goes, oh man, not good. First of all, it's very difficult, very expensive. You only let a person quits if they don't go back. Once you get the senior system, you may quit for a while. 90+% always. It's just like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, the more I'm seeing is like, wow, this is so cool.
and it's just, like I said, it's just a great experience, great spiritual uplifting. I mean, it's all the above to me. And, plus, yeah, it's pricey, it's expensive, but you want to pay for lawyers and all that other bullshit. We keep them clean as true.
That's true. That's a good point.
What's
This.
yes.
9.
Oh, top 9. Way to go. Gave me bad information, so I get in trouble.
Okay, once again, I've been corrected, which will happen many times this weekend. Who's being corrected is Mason Brown. He's your leader out front.
Yeah.
Top nine to impound. Second place, 66, Drew Roberts. Followed by the 99 of Corey Matthews. And the 55, Ethan Pope. And 101, Jack Brown. Riding for Munn Racing, 60 helmets.
I'm loving some of these sponsors. I'm seeing on these racers. They've got a little bit of everything going.
In order to accomplish this, because it is a commitment, yes, all the help you can get, even outside the motorcycle industry, is very helpful.
Yeah. I mean, again, and a big shout out to all of these sponsors that do get involved and help support.
It is.
Such a great sport and supporting all the athletes, because it's a good place to put your money.
Yep.
Positive place.
I know the families and parents and everybody appreciate it. And we appreciate it also, because that's what helps continue the sport to flourish.
Unless you're independently wealthy and you think, I don't need to worry about sponsors.
No, actually, we've had some guys that have a little bit of money that have made a commitment and help sponsor kids on the national circuit. And it's a blessing for those guys to have that kind of money, which it's, when you get on the national circus and travel all the supercrosses, stadiums across the U.S., it's, yes. I mean, just diesel fuel for the 18-wheeler.
But I tell you what, I bought a fifth wheel a little while back, and pulling that with my truck, it's amazing how much diesel you burn through.
So, yeah, you're down to six gallons a mile.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, mine is in my Tundra with my little 18-foot. It's like it drops 8 miles a gallon.
Yeah, and then you can see here, we got riders coming from all across the country.
Yeah.
And pulling fifth wheels and trailers and things like that. And so, yeah, I can see that. That really adds up. So, yeah, thanks to all the sponsors that get involved and help out.
See, like right here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 states in one race.
Right.
So we got Alberta, Canada. We got Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, and Texas. So it's really cool to see the people travel, and just, the greatest group of people that I've ever met.
Oh, yeah. I've met a number of people when I've come out here. And and everybody's always so nice.
Yes,
So polite. The kids are always so polite.
because we're in the fun zone.
That's true. They really are.
I mean, you know, if you're at a party, if you're at Six Flags or something, man, you're on. You know what I mean? You're happy.
Right. That's true. Happiest place on earth. Better than Disneyland. Disneyland probably costs more.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
I've been a couple times. They had me for a couple thousand before I was even in the gate.
Oh, yeah. It's yeah.
So this is I think a much better use of your dollars.
Yep. And I think more memorable, things that occur out here racing than you would go into a theme park and stuff like that. Yeah, I went there. I went to this one. I went to this one.
Very true. Very true.
I mean, I grew up in Dallas, went to Six Flags in Dallas. I moved to Houston, went to Six Flags down there
Yeah.
till they tore it down.
And this is more exciting than the teacup ride.
Yeah. A little bit, I think. It is for this gentleman right here going up towards the catcher's mitt. That's what we call this turn right here. The grandstand land is Mason Brown. And second place is going to be 66 of Drew Roberts out of Boyd, Texas, riding for Troy Lee Designs, Merge Racing, 100%, and many others. White flag is out, indicating one lap remaining. Race number 4, our 250 Pro Sport and 250B Limited. And here's your leader in the Pro Sport class on the 99 out of Beeville, Texas, Corey Matthews. And there's the 55 of Ethan Pope. 101 Jack Brown out of Burleson, Texas, right from Munn Racing. 6D helmets, Dinosaur Valley RV Park, and Salty War Dog. Remember, riders, clean your number plates. Otherwise, the scorers are going to start beating me. And the 276, Carter Cochran. All right, so coming up, race number 5 on the line. On the number 11, Cobra is out of Samoa, Texas, is John Lucavoya. On the 38, Gas out of Bastrop, Connor Levering. On the 55, Gas out of Mission, Texas, Julian Garcia. On the 120, Cobra out of Alvin, Texas, Jackson Kopchik. On the 423, Yamaha, LaRanger, Louisiana, Denby Wheeler. Checker flag, Kawasaki Mounted, number 20, Mason Brown. On the 594, Callahan Russo. 821, Liam Shemwell. Well, John Lucavoya didn't waste any time taking over the lead, going through over the turn number 1. And I'll get your number on second place here in just a moment. And I believe that's an 879 out of Sexsmith, Alberta, Canada. Barrett Fawcett, riding for Cobra Canada, Assault Motorsports, Medallion Energy Services, FXR Platinum Solutions. And that is your leader, grabbing the whole shot. Once again, top 9 riders to impound on each race. On the line, race number 6, 250C Junior, 12 to 17 in the stage area. Race 7, Micro 1, 4 to 6 shaft drive. And then race 8 is going to be our women's class. Here comes our leaders. They make that left-hand turn. We got 3 riders. You can almost throw a blanket over it like Shane Garcia would say. It's a great day to flirt with dirt. And I believe that's the 879 out of Sexsmith, Canada. Barrett Fawcett is our new leader. And on the 821 out of Central City, Kentucky, Liam Shemwell in second place, followed by the 11 of John Lucaroya. There's a 917 of Cruz Lane out of Zabolan, Georgia. Riding for American Pie Pizzeria. Where's the pizza? And Anchor Tape Company. Big shout out to all our YouTube watchers and listeners. Having a great day, beautiful day here at Cycle Ranch in Floresville, Texas. That's about 31 miles south of San Antonio on Highway 181 that goes to Corpus Christi. If you're ever in the area, make the trek, make the drive. You'll enjoy it. Cycle Ranch, Motocross Park. Make sure to make your way up to the pro shop for all your motor needs, from helmet, goggles, lenses, tear-offs, roll-offs, grips, bars, levers, tires, tubes, chain, lubricants, wherever you need. It's up there. Shock socks, dirt digits. We have 4-inch, 5-inch, and 6-inch numbers now to accommodate all number plates. So legibility is credibility. Clean your number plates and have a nice day. Speaking about having a nice day, from Sexsmith, Canada, it's the 879 Barrett Fawcett. Being chased down by the 821 of Liam Shemwell. That is the race right there for first and second as they go up through a hill. Third place, the 11 of John Lucaroya. And 594, Callahan Russo. But your 2 leaders go over the number 1 downhill jump into turn 2. It is still the 879 Barrett Fawcett out front. And right behind him, 821 out of Central City, Kentucky, is Liam Shemwell as they go through turn 3. But you still got a race go on for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I know it's John Lucaroya and then Callahan Russo right behind him. What you say there, Mr. Roman? How's it going?
Man, this is so fun. Now, you mentioned Barrett Fawcett. It's funny because first you said Barrett Fawcett. It's before some people's time.
Oh, yeah. I had one of the cups, but okay, go ahead.
So Barrett Fawcett. I go, wait a minute. I'll stand there and I go, Barrett Fawcett. Great. No, Barrett Fawcett. But Barrett Fawcett actually trains out here at Cycle Ranch. He had to let me know. So
Right.
that's pretty cool.
Well, obviously it's working for him.
Yeah.
He's out front. He grabbed that whole shot. John Lucaroya was right there up in the mix now. He's currently running at 3rd, I believe, but he's got company with Callahan Russo and then a Yamaha rider that, oh, heck, it's the only way. It's got to be Denby Jr. Wheeler. out of Loranger, Louisiana. That's our only Yamaha guy out there. So I think he's in about 4th place. But as they come around, we'll give you an update. And here comes your leaders down River Road Raceway. And still out front. Before I say something, let them get a little bit closer.
Yeah, that's tight right there. There we go. Things can change.
And actually, we do have a lead change. This is the 821.
This is Liam Shemwell.
Yep.
Liam Shemwell out of Central City.
Yeah, these guys have been going at it all moto. And Shemwell, I guess back there after Horsepower Hill and No Man's Motorland, made the pass on him.
Well, we couldn't see.
That's right. I've been trying to get a video camera back there for a long time, but yeah. Yep, 2nd place, man, is 879 Barrett Fawcett. White flag is out, 1 lap remaining. 3rd place going to be 11 of John Lucaroya. And our Yamaha rider, that's going to be Denby. And followed by the 120 of Jackson Kopchak. 917 is going to be Cruz Lane. 38, Connor Levering. And I hear the next class, that's going to be our 250C junior riders. 594, Callahan Russo, obviously having an issue. All right, so on race 6, on the number 9, KTM is Noah Castellana. On the 13X, Trey Sorrell. On the 13, Hadley Inman. On the 16, Shane Steffens. On the 24X, Caden Stevens. On the 24, Gavin Hartner. On the 33, Heath Murray. On the 47, Caleb Pant. 61, Landon Bash. 81, Trevor Beeson. On the 93, Jackson Friesen. 111, Caleb Johnson. 183, Gavin Brumana. 189, Boston Dunaway. 335, Braxton Heil. And 428, Trey Pillins. 544, Mason Wright. That rounds out race 6 as they are locked and loaded the gate. And white flag, this is the white flag lap. We should be seeing our leaders. Remember, riders, top 9 riders to impound. Please clean your number plates. Hey, we got a slow guy on the track. He just started back up on his last lap, but here comes our leaders. So this guy, it's going to be another 2 minutes.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Let me know when you think it's a good time.
All right, 10-4. As soon as he gets a little bit closer, we'll pull the trigger. All right, taking the win. That's going to be the 821 of Liam Shemwell. And followed by the 879 of Barrett Fawcett. Top 9 riders to impound. Top 9 riders. 3rd place, John Lucaroya. Followed by the 423 out of Loranger, Louisiana, Denby Wheeler Jr. And the 120 of Jackson Kopchak, 917 of Cruz Lane out of Zabolin, Georgia, riding for American Pie Pizzeria. I wonder if they're making pies over there. All right, race number 6 in the gate. Race 7, we need you in staging, micro 1, 4 to 6 shaft drive. Race 8, women's. All right, it's go time. He's right there heading towards the catcher's mitt, so we're good. Pull the trigger. That's the 111, Caleb Johansson, with the whole shot of Buckley, Washington. But Landon Bass right behind him. Landon Bass is your new leader going through turn 3. So they go down to the number 4 sweeper. They hit Horsepower Hill and drop into No Man's Motorland. Once again, riders, top nine finishers to impound. Right here at the base of the announcing tower.
It's like a personal problem to me. You can say that when nobody, is otherwise.
Here comes Hefe. All right, here comes the leader. Still looks out front is Caleb Johansson out of Buckley, Washington. Johansson Construction sponsored as they make that left-hand turn. Brandon Bass drops back into second. Actually, premature announcing, our new leader is the 544. I was wrong, but he's right. It's Mason Wright out front. And actually, the 111 grabbing the whole shot. Caleb Johansson drops back to third. Landon Bass in second. Hadley Inman in fourth. Trey Stoll in about fifth. Followed by Noah Castellana. There's the 24, Gavin Hartner. And many others.
That's the catch-all.
Well, you got so many guys coming through it. You want to give credibility to each rider if you can catch all their numbers. But it was one of the late great announcers from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Lynn Nickerson, which announced down here with me many, many years. That was one of his catch deals. He goes, and many others. When you got like 30 or 40 guys in a class.
It's a lot of bikes riders to keep up on. Your eyeballs, you get a little dizzy.
Yeah, well, what works for me is, being familiar with all the riders. A lot of times I don't even have to look at the lineup sheet. And it's easier for me to memorize stuff than it is to read each at each race,
Well, from where we're at, our perspective, you got basically motorcycles flying in front of you through the air. And you got to read those numbers quick.
Yep.
They're whizzing by.
Hey, speaking of quick, down Riverboat Raceway, I will say that's the 544 of Mason Wright.
Just so you guys know, the Divine Voltage is set up with the e-bikes and the go-karts in the back.
And 61, Landon Bass. Thirdly, Hadley Inman.
Go-karts and e-bikes set up in the back of Divine Voltage. Divine Voltage, they're set up by the old side-by-side track.
Okay, so Divine Voltage is here on location, and they got go-karts, and what else we got?
E-bikes.
And e-bikes. So go over there and check it out at the UTV track, which is on the west side, I believe. So go over there and check it out and see what they got to offer for you. All right, back to race action. It's still Mason Wright out front.
Sure.
And Hadley Inman in a solid third. Landon Bass in second. Your leader, Mason Wright, through turn number 3.
All right. Yeah, they're expecting you. Okay.
So race 6 on the track. This is our 250C junior, 12 to 17 limited, with about 17 entries. Our next class is our future stars of motocross, our Micro 1 shaft drive, the PW50 class, 4 to 6 years of age.
I'm gonna try to go for race 10 because I trained so many of those kids to jump in where he does.
Sure. Please do. All right, Charita, one more time. Makes that left-hand turn, heads up towards the catcher's mitt. It is Mason Wright, 17 years young. So white flag is coming out. As he goes through the finish line sweeper, he takes the white flag one flag lap. Look at Hadley Inman applying the pressure to Landon Bass. Inman goes to the inside. Doesn't quite the drive. They almost collide. But Ricky Carmichael saying Rubbin's racing, and that's what they're doing right now. Landon Bass in second. Look at Hadley Inman. He takes the outside. And it looks like Edmund moves into second. Great move through that sweeper turn adjacent to the starting line. There's the number 9 of Noah Castellano and the 13 of Trace Storrow. He's actually, there's 2 13s out there, so you got to watch this. We got 2 24s, we got 2 13s. They try to put an X on them. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
It's already a lot to keep up
Well,
with.
what you can do is you can just look at the bikes. Okay, on the 24 Yamaha is Gavin Hardner. On the 24X KTM, whether he put an X on it or not, the other 24 on the KTM is Caden Stevens. So you got to we have to read, which is tough for us sometimes.
You want me to read?
Yeah, that's part of the requirement, man. Roman, I've been dealing with it for so many years.
People keep wanting me to read.
I know. I did enough of that in school. So it was pretty exciting.
Yeah, that was exciting. Put around that bend there.
Yeah, what a great pass by Hadley Inman. No stranger to Cycle Ranch. Great family. Hang out with them periodically. We just had a race in December, first week of December in Buckeye, Arizona, the 22nd annual AZ Open, and we had like 30 guys in his class, and he grabs the whole shot. I was pumped. We had about 30 people from Texas show up this last year. Yep. And represent right now, that checkered flag is at 544. Mason Wright doing it his way. In second place, that's going to be Hadley Inman on the 13. And see, that's confusing because both 13s are Husqvarnas. There's the 16. Oh, that's Shane Steffens. I thought it was Landon Bass. Landon Bass drops in the 4th. See, like, here's a number 3 that's not even on our list.
I think that I know a guy who's trying to yesterday, borrow the mic. I think that's.
Well, then change the numbers at registration.
Well, he was paid for more.
This next one's the short one.
Yes. All right, so we got our future stars of motocross right here, the 4 to 6 year olds. Yamaha, basically PW50 shaft drive on the 47X out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Maverick Kruger. On the 49, keep your eye on this kid, Ryder Davis. On the 95, Hendrick Carroll. On the 111, Hudson Fulfer. On the 113, Bryce Coker. On the 201, Matthew Pilsner. On the 211, Emmanuel Arroyo. On the 246, Adeline McCade. On the 713, Casey Dillon. 917, Dash Lane. Ryder Davis with the hole shot. And in second place, it's Dash Lane. And it's Bowen, Georgia. Where's the pizza? On the line, race number 8, our lovely ladies of motocross, the women's class. Race 9 in staging, mini senior 1, 12 to 14. Race 10, micro 2 junior, 4 to 6 limited. And third place, 111, Hudson Fulfer, trying to chase down the 917, a Dash Lane as they go through the catcher's mitt. But your leader out front is the 49, Ryder Davis. Riding for Tripex, Dirt Lab, Kirby Motorworks, 6D, and Bob the Cooler Company. If you want a PW50 to run right, go talk to his dad. So Ryder Davis out front. Dash Lane in second. Followed by Hudson Fulfer. Remember, riders, top 9 to impound. Top 9 finishers to impound. Please clean your number plates.
Why, I see why you say these kids are future stars. These kids are really good. I mean, it's just amazing watching them handle those bikes.
Well, you know, and Roman, if you think about it, I mean, these kids, we got 4-year-olds out there.
Right, 4 to 6-year-olds. That's why.
Yeah.
That's great. What a great sport to get them started in.
Absolutely, man. It's just, it's pure, it's clean, it's healthy, physically, mentally, stressful, all the factors of life.
Everything you need to, right. Build some character. This is great. I love watching.
So look at the battle between second. That is Dash Lane, I believe Hudson Fulfer. I'll double check that when they get a little bit closer with the small numbers. Look at his riders now.
That's so great.
I mean, the form's there. We just got to pick up the speed. Yep. Dash Lane in second. And look at this. Hudson Fulfer, man.
Around Benbow there. Look. You almost took him.
They got, may have been 47 Maverick Cruiser.
You don't got to read her number. You just do the 2-2. Is that Emily 211? 2-2?
I think so. There's a 713 at Case and Dillon. They get a little bit closer. Like I said, it's takes a little bit of binocular action to get these numbers.
No shame in that. No shame in using those binoculars.
Yeah, so Ryder Davis is our leader way out front. No a stranger to getting hole shots or winning races. Oh, Dash Lane slides down, and it looks like Hudson Fulfer his wheel gets stuck. So second and third actually, no big deal. They fell down.
I got it.
We got a parent over there helping, so we got, I believe that's a 713. I cashed Dylan, or Case and Dylan, moving up into third. Or actually, it should be second, because here's our leader. White flags out for Ryder Davis on the 49. And there's the 47 of Maverick Kruger.
What a great name for the sport, Ryder.
Yep.
His name's Ryder.
$247. Adkin McKenzie, or McCade, I'm sorry.
McDade.
McDade. I guess I better put my glasses on.
McDade. Use the binoculars for the paper.
I know. It's very confusing.
All these letters.
217. That's a 217. 211. 211.
Emily Arroyo with their famous pink and white tutu.
Yep. And her brother is John Luke Arroyo, which is a very, very fast rider. So the whole family, it's like I said, it's a family affair. I mean, it's so cool. And like I said, the smiles on their faces are priceless. That's right. As we wind down race number 7, our micro 1, 4 to 6 years of age. And coming up is race 8. Women's class, race 9 in staging. That's going to be mini senior 1, 12 to 14. Race 10 is going to be micro 2 junior, 4 to 6 limited. And checker flags going to be for the 49. Grabbing a whole shot, taking the win. A little fist pump there for Ryder Davis. Remember, top 9 riders to impound. Hey, where are the guys down there? Why aren't you doing your jobs? Ryder Davis. You need to come back to impound. Ryder Davis. Alto. Some may know that, some may not. Yeah, my buddy Chad Garcia. I made straight A's in Spanish. It's just a treat. What's that? Yeah. All right, back to race action. Race 8 out of the gate. It's our women's class. Man, let's see. And it looks like it's Shelby Britton on the 18 machine. It is Shelby Britton out front. On the KTM, Carissa Kinsey out of Coppers Cove, Texas, in the second place. And it looks like Sophia Williams on her new Kawasaki moves up in the second, going through turn 3. Shelby Britton out front. On the line, race number 9. Mini Senior 1. Race 10 in staging, Micro 2 Junior, 46 limited.
Also, be sure to check out Nicholas Campbell with Forthright Media inside the pro shop. He's taking some great photos out here today, and those things are really, I mean, they look like artwork. Go take a look. He's printing them here on site, 13 by 19-inch photos, and they just looked incredible. So just, yeah, go take a look and see what he's got over there in the pro shop. He's got a nice little setup as you walk in, and I think you'll be thoroughly impressed. I think this is amazing work over there.
That last one was hard, the little got jammed up there.
And here comes our leader. That is Miss Shelby Britton, former Loretta Lynn's champion. Definitely knows how to ride a motorcycle. Second place, Sophia Williams, by the way, of New Braunfels, followed by the 273 of Ashley Mendoza, and then the 28 of Carissa Kinsey.
Yeah, this is what
Hey, make sure to go check out Corey Matthews' numbers on his bike. If you want that, you want to look cool, you want to look fast, go see Hyper X, because they kick, you know what?
What?
Starts with an A and ends with an S, so I'll leave it at that. As you see, as you hear, that's all I'm going to say, dear. And have a nice day.
And be sure with your photos and videos, tag Cycle Ranch. Let everybody know where you're at. And again, the YouTube channel is showing a live stream of all the action. So feel free to share that on your social media and spread the word about what's going on today. Such a beautiful day. And like I said, please tag on your social media. And it's greatly appreciated. That support is appreciated. Be sure to go visit the pro shop, get yourself something to eat, something to drink. And like I said, we do have the bikes and go-karts out now. And so feel free to take part in that. So. All right, Shelby Britton still with a good lead. Number 18, out of Sherman, Texas. Sophia Williams. Coming up right behind, followed by Ashley Mendoza. And then Carissa Kinsey out of Copper's Cove. We've got a good age range with our riders here, 17 up to 32, which shows that, really the interest and the level of skill is it's not necessarily based on age. It's just, the experience and really the training, because all of these young ladies are doing an amazing job out here today. A beautiful day out here at Cycle Ranch.
insides. Like right here.
That's a good one.
Tight.
White flag going here, and I'm going really strong lead from Shelby. Really strong team.
Oh, we got
Hamster's still showing she's a champion.
So I started,
Yesterday, Williams still in second.
so I started making it a new one. The run up to the finish line doesn't work at all.
Ashley Mendoza, third, and Carissa Kinsey in fourth. Doing their best to pick it up. Again, this is race number 8, women's. And then coming up after this, Mini Senior 1, ages 12 to 14, coming up next.
Yep, as we wind down this race number 8, our women's class, Roman, we're getting underway with the micro senior 1, which will be a fast class, 12 to 14. What? Race 9. Number 9.
Number 9. We hear him. We hear him coming up. There we go. All right, race number 9 is underway. I'd love to have a breakfast sandwich. Yeah.
I'll take over the mic from you. I'll go grab it.
I can go.
I'll figure out something. You want breakfast sandwich?
I can go get some.
No, shit. We're supposed to do it. Not ADD.
I like how we know that exactly. Yeah.
Hey, senior, Sean Heckler Sr., you're my hero. And a race down to the finish. Carissa Kinsey pulls the trigger on the 273. Oscar Mendoza moving up the scores. Because officially, I say it's unofficial, officially, because I just call as I see it, I don't score it. And I have
Nice to see though.
Yeah.
Wow, that was awesome.
last minute charge by Carissa,
I
man.
hope they got a shot at that. I hope the photographer got a shot at that.
Well, it should be on this right here.
Well, yeah.
On our YouTube TV. In fact, here comes our mini senior riders. .166 out front, Jackson Kruger, followed by the 59 of Enrique Rodriguez. All right, so out there on the 27 is Chase Brown, on the 30, Ichiro Miwa. On the 59, Enrique Rodriguez. On the 65, Cody Zamora. On the 94, Cash Tucker. On the 150, Lachlan DeCrebe. On the 166, Jackson Kruger. On the 224, Cooper Upton. On the 257, Levi Lewis. On the 504, Terry Kinney. On the 525, Cade Langston. On the 710, Mac Mermis. On the 757, Gavin Barker. And on the 917, Ryder Lane. On to race number 9. On the line with race 10, Micro 2 Junior, 4 to 6 limited. Race 9 on the track. That is our mini senior 1, 12 and 14. Hello, YouTube land. I know you guys wish you were here because we wished and we are here.
You can literally say we're worldwide. I mean,
Yeah, we are on the WWW.
Yeah. So, to all of our friends in the UK.
Yeah.
Now it's what time is it here? Right now it's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon over there. So no reason to not be watching. You're up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're probably having a ale.
Yeah. So watch some motocross.
And out front still, it's a 166. Jackson Kruger out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Coming down here, kicking some Texas butt. Whoa, second place. Does a little twisty. There's a 27 of Chase Brown. 517. Or 757, Gavin Barker. There's the 5. I think that's 504 of Terry Kinney. There's the 59 of Enrique Rodriguez. 94 of Cash Tucker. And the 65, Cody Zamora out of New Berlin, Texas, right down the road. Hi, Sean Hackley. All right, coming up, race 10 on the line, ladies and gentlemen, is our Micro 2 Junior, 4 to 6 years of age. Race 11 is going to be our 85cc 10 to 12 limited, which basically means stock motorcycle. I mean, you can change the grips, you can change the bars, but you can't, there's certain things you cannot change.
A breakfast croissant. Yeah, we got an icebox full of water and stuff. Breakfast croissant, bacon and eggs.
I think it has cheese too.
What are the
Any-
sandwiches?
I think right now.
Well, still
Yeah, it's still breakfast. They'll do like burgers,
the
burgers
same.
and sausages.
I'll probably wait till then. Yeah. Okay.
Do you want anything?
All right, here comes our leaders. It is 1, 2, 3. White flag is coming out, and it's still 166 out front. Jackson Kruger. And moving up one slot is the 917 of Ryder Lane. Followed by the 27 of Chase Brown. Those are our leaders as they make the left-hand sweeper. And it's a drag race up into turn 1. The 166 Jackson Kruger out front. I think fourth place, 504, Terry Kinney. '94 is going to be Cash Tucker. 59, Enrique Rodriguez. 757, that's going to be Gavin Barker. And 224 of Cooper Upton. 257, Levi Lewis. 133. Murmis.
You don't like my super mini?
Hawkeye flags out for 65, Cody Zamora as we wind down race number 9, race 10 in the gate.
I'm just test driving it. I know, it doesn't look like my side like that. It's a transformer.
Hey, welcome, Ian Gray. Come on down.
There's a pork can right out there. Did you know that? Roman, this pork can right out there.
Yeah.
It's clean. I just went in it
All right, good.
It was clean.
So I blew it up, but you'll be all right.
Right in the
As
number.
Shan Garcia would say.
What's in here? I'm scared to ask.
All right, we have a new leader. It is the 917 out of Zaboan, Georgia, American Pie Pizzeria, taking the checkered flag as Dash Lane with a commanding performance in that last lap over the 166 of Jackson Kruger and the 27 of Chase Brown.
Right? Exactly.
Well, thanks for having me up here, JB. Looks like this race number 9 mini senior it's pretty legit race out there, huh?
Yeah, it was a good racing, great group of riders. Top 9 riders didn't pound.
Race number 10 is on the line, and that's actually why I'm up here because I've been working with so many of these kids. We got Colt Patterson. He actually lives out here. He's been training. We have the Kids Cup program for 3 days a week. I've been working with these kids for about 3 hours a day on mental, physical, spiritual, emotional strength, and of course their riding technique and speed. So Colt lives out here. This kid flies. He's only 6 years old, and he is on it. Look for big things from him. We got Maverick Kruger from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, on the number 47. We got Ryder Davis, a Floresville local. This kid won his BW class. He wins often out here. Super fast, great family. Love having them out here. He's brought by Triplex, Dirt Lab, Kirby Motorworks, Gibbs, AOT, 6D, Nika, ASV, Bob, the Cooler Co. And then we got Hendrick Carroll, number 95, 111 Hudson Buffer, 123 Adeline Gover also lives out here within this Kids Cup program. She has grown so much. She's on the Cycle Ranch race team as well, and we ride moto. Matthew Pilsner from Rio Hondo, Texas, 201. Anakin McDade from Claremore, Oklahoma, on the 246. The 333 of Braden Trevino. This kid's a ripper. A 454 of Bob Austin. Let's see, he got the whole shot here. Looks like that might be Trevino out front. Is that Trevino, the 333? He's be a whole shot king out here.
Yes.
But we got somebody's at Ryder Davis right there.
713.
713.
Second.
Mason Dillon right there on him. So as they come over number 1, we got
Braden Trevino.
Braden Trevino in first and Kason Dillon in second. I can't read the rest of those numbers from here, but I'll go down the lineup here. Bo Fawcett's here from Alberta, Canada. He's been out here doing the Kids Cup as well. You saw his brother Barrett take home second in his class, the 65cc 7-9 limited a little bit earlier today. I think was the class that he was on first place. They were battling the whole race. It was great to see. So Bo Fawcett at 454. Also 506 Ashton Thorne, also living out here for this winter from Byron, Minnesota. We have so many people down from the north here. It's been really cool to see Ashton grow and ride. When we started with him, he didn't even know he had a front brake, and now he's cruising out there. So we'll see where these guys come around. We got 517 Jackson Moore of Claiborne, Texas. Kason Dillon, who I mentioned earlier, he's in second, 713 out of Dixon, Texas. He's trains with Jacob MX, Dillon Auto Sales, All Out Off-Road, Punk Star Industries, and All About Plumbing. Punk Stars actually did our event shirts. Jason Dupuis, his son, is out there, not in this race, but he's been out there. He had a little issue with his rear wheel. Hopefully he got that fixed. And of course, the 917 of Dash Lane out of Zebulon, Georgia on a KTM, also 5 years old here. So these are 5, 6, and 7-year-old racers, and they run the full track. A lot of times the junior classes get the short track, but we have enough. Actually, what happened was we would have them on the short track all the time, and then the parents were like, we want them to run the whole track, and that was like 2 years ago, and there was a big uproar, and I was like, sure, let's do it.
And the only issue is some of the bikes or some of the riders going up Horsepower Hill is very challenging. That's the only issue when we go to the bigger track, I think.
Absolutely, and I've had moms like in tears that my son cannot do that, but then all of a sudden the son does it, and then they're in tears because they're so excited. But it looks like, is this Trevino out front, or is this?
Yep, 333.
Yeah, Trevino has got a commanding lead right now. I don't know what he did in the back section, but he has pulled a huge